It's not okay. It's not okay. This is bad behavior, you know? But then at the same time, it isn't bad behavior. Because if they're being too loud, they're being too loud. And then there's time where I feel bad about not telling them to shut the fuck up. Like, my God, they took advantage of you, your kindness, of your patience. You know? Janet would have told them shut the fuck up. My father would have told them shut the fuck up. And I trust those people. Why didn't I do it? Then I told you that, I want to be nice, I want to be the good role model. What did it bring me? What did it give me? Nothing. Being an asshole would have been freeing. Being an asshole would have been something that I can brag about. Oh, I got my justice, I got my vendetta. I mean, as good as it sounds, you have to think about long term and short term, right? Long term, I feel good about not being an asshole. Short term, I would prefer to be an asshole. Because long term, you realize that what did it bring me? Nothing. Nothing at all. What did it bring me? What did it bring me to be nice? Nothing. You know? But then it's okay. It's in the past, right? It still works. I don't know why we self-sabotage that much. I don't know why. I know there's things that's imposed by society. And because they're imposed by society, they're like, okay, well, this is the same for everybody, right? Like, how many people are working at, okay, let's do it like that. How many people, oh, it's actually a good haircut. Maybe. How many people are working that they don't like? How many people are in a relationship they don't like? So, the two cases here are needs and want. Are needs. The job will give you financial needs and you're able to pay for your rent, your food, and your clothes. And then your relationship will do the needs of emotions, shit like that, right? And then it's kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. Because I can see as a case of, well, if I don't work, I don't eat. Basically out. I can see that case. And then I cannot see the case of, well, I was with this person in a sexual relationship for years. I love them. But it's an emotional need. Now, the reason why I'm not seeing this emotional need is because I would put myself in the situation. But then, I never had an opportunity to put myself in the situation. And I have a relationship, of course. We were always led by self-sabotage. We were always ending in a, and oh man, I'm done with you. I don't want to be with you anymore, you know? But it's always how they ended. Always. Give me a sec. Say 42 out of 49, so it's 7 gigs. It's not bad. It's about, well, I know it's about an hour and 30. So now we possibly have like, my apologies, 20 minutes. It's just a wonderful thing about self-sabotage. Just a wonderful thing where it's almost control chaos. Like, and even then there's the opposite. Sometimes you're too cautious. You're gonna have insurance, life insurance, where my father was talking about life insurance not long ago. It's a weird thing to talk about, but hey, now if you die, I'm gonna get this much. Like, congratulations, I guess. It's really weird. But even then, with insurance, with car insurance, you spend years and 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 years spending for car insurance. But then, when it comes to it, when you have an accident, it's worth it. And you know what? But I forgot I had my insurance. So you're paying your insurance. And that way, this is a mentality thing. There's three of looking at it. Either you buy the car insurance because, well, if I ever need it, I'm gonna get it. Or you buy car insurance because it's law. When the police gonna stop you, they're gonna ask you for two things: your car paper, which are your car insurance, and your name. I don't know if there is a legal issue if you're not insured. I don't know. The second I was able to drive, I always didn't want to drive. I never wanted to drive. Because I knew at a very young age I was either prepared for life. And my father, my mom was a bit more aloof. Like, hey, have fun. You're young. But like, no. You're gonna have to pay for this, and this. And he would tell me about, and as a kid, and of course, it didn't mean to self-sabotage me, of course. He was trying to protect me. He would tell me things like, hey, I just paid this much for life insurance, for car insurance. I'm like, oh my God. I just paid this much for my what you call it? You know, in the back you have numbers, you have like a card, you have like a, what if I call it, la plaque? I don't know what you call it. Your when you have a car, you have a code to say, okay, well, this is a car. You have to pay for that. You imagine, you have to pay for that. You have to pay for that. When is the last time you use your card in the back? When is the last time you used those numbers? When is the time that you had a need for that? But you've been paying this since day one. Now, in Canada, we have winter, we have summer. So we need to buy winter tires and summer tires. In fact, the summer tires are more expensive than the winter tires. No, the winter tires are more expensive. They last for longer, but they're more expensive. And then the most brilliant guy, like, you know where the money is your the people that are putting in storage your tires. You know? People are paying for PO boxes, people are paying for storage units. And it's nuts. It is nuts. Because you self-sabotage yourself financially. I'm paying for Netflix. I've been paying for Netflix for 6-7 years. And I've been watching Netflix now. Right now we're watching a lot of Netflix. Right now, yes. But I actually like YouTube a lot more. And I'm paying $21 a month. And that's also self-sabotage. You're seeing the monthly fee, and it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You realize that per year, that's $400, right? When I received my rent raises, it was a lot. It was $650. No. Right now we're paying $625, and we'll be paying $635. And and I'm like, oh, it's $40. That's a lot, you know. And then my excuse was like, well, if I was to buy a new condo, a new apartment, I would pay $950, $1,000. That's $40 a year. That's $4,800 per month. That's $40 per month. It's $4,800 per year. It's a lot of money, you know. I don't know. I am looking, guys. We tend to self-sabotage, but such a normal thing. And then there's also the mentality of this is too good to be true. When this too good to be true start going on, when do we start thinking, oh wow, this is too good to be true? You know? I don't know. And then there's a lot more complex situation. Like you're in a relationship, and this relationship is not going well, and you're fighting with your girlfriend, and you're fighting, and then you meet this girl, and you actually really like her. And morally speaking, you can't really flirt with that person because you're in a relationship that doesn't work. So you stay in this relationship. Like, time on earth is so little if you're spending time in a relation that doesn't work. You know? The biggest goal in life is to be a parent. Right? Then the most expensive thing is to be a parent. I talked about wage slavery, right? A lot. Now you're a slave to the paper and you're a slave to money and you need to take care of your bills and shit like that, right? Being a parent is the most expensive thing. Then you want to be best for your kids. So you're willing to work more because it's for your kids. Imagine my father told me I was paying almost $600 per month for my life insurance. I'm like, I'm not gonna die tomorrow. Why are you paying for that? He says, well, I was gonna get some values. It's a fucking mentality. If you get some values, but if I lie at 32, it's not. Then he told me. He told me that he was paying for his for years. He paid for his for like 40 years, right? And then he was so happy because the value raised, right? And then they're like, hey, your life insurance is now at an all-time high. You're at 65 because you have more chance of dying. The value is gonna lower. They don't know what to do. The value went down. I'm like, yeah, you're older, you're gonna get sicker, you're close to death, right?